if I fly, probably end up somewhere in paradise. I believe that if I fly, I'll probably end up somewhere in paradise.
Chancellor the rapper, Chatham the hood, Santa the children, had to bag up the goods. They say I'm saving my city, say I'm staying for good. They screaming channel for mayor, I'm thinking maybe I should. So if you ain't off, told them I can't wipe you. Told your ass since day one, I don't like labels or titles. I'm a wascally wabbit, I know that tricks is for addicts that need fixes for habits, in love with carrots and cabbage. I'm a savage, established, badge magnet, I'm magic.
Hey YouTube, it's Lauren and I am back with another video, and today I have my father.
Hello.
Introduce yourself, say your name, where you're from.
Vernon Moses from Irvine, California.
You're not from Irvine.
Well, I live in Irvine, California. I'm from Mount Holly, New Jersey.
Yeah, so today guys I have my dad here and we're just going to do a quick Q&A to get to know him a little bit better, because obviously he's half of me. Or no, I'm half of him.
Yes.
So today we're going to talk about him living in California, his weight loss journey, and obviously he's going to give you guys some advice because he's a successful, off your collar, a successful black man. So first, what are some pros and cons about living in California?
Well, the pros are the weather, of course. It is always pretty sunny. Year round, it's 70 degrees or warmer. No snow, and even though there's no snow, the mountain's only about an hour and 15 minutes away. You can go up to the mountain and actually ski in the winter. And in the afternoon, you can come back down to the beach and go swimming or surfing, as a lot of people do. So it's a wonderful climate to live in. And yeah, it's beautiful. There's palm trees,
Everywhere.
It's very, it's almost spiritual in a way. The mountains are beautiful. It's really a nice place.
Nice. And what would you say some cons are?
Oh, the cons probably, as most people would think, are, the cost of living is very high. The cost of gas is about almost $4 a gallon.
So get your money up if you want to live out here.
Yes. And they have very high state taxes. So the cons are cost. But guess what? Paradise cost.
Very true, very true. Okay, so switching topics a little bit here. What would you say are the best things about being a dad? I have 2 other siblings, so yes, he's a dad of 3.
Yes. Fatherhood was very gratifying for me. I'm very fortunate. I have 3 amazing kids. They all have their talents and their strengths and a few weaknesses. But I guess the thing as a father I always focused on was helping them develop their talents and their skills and learning what their passion was and is. I think as a parent, if you can focus in on those things, and then, we always talked about setting goals and how to achieve the small goals that build towards the big goals. And we kept it fun. So in the midst of, having a very kind of focused life and goals and achievement, but it was very fun in the process. And as a result, they've all kind of turned out very well, and they're still continuing to set goals and achieve goals. And so as a parent, that also allows me to move to California because they can take care of themselves.
Yes, thankfully. So you guys know I was an athlete, or I am an athlete still,
Yeah, always, once an athlete, always an athlete.
Of course. My dad's still an athlete.
That's right.
But yeah, so at what age do you think, did you know that I was going to be able to play at the college level, D1?
I think by your freshman year, you really grew between 7th and 8th grade and 8th and then to 9th through the AAU programs, and at that point it was not 100% clear, but by your 9th grade year you really developed a lot that summer when you were able to lead your team to a state championship, playing against girls when you were 13 years old that were 17 and 18 and some even 19, and really dominating the game. And at that point, you really had embraced the work ethic that prior summer. And at that point, I knew if you continued that work ethic and continued the growth, you would clearly be, a top Division I athlete at a, great program. And so really it was about staying focused and continuing the work at that point.
Yeah. Definitely. Agreed. So you guys don't know, but this past year and a half, maybe 2 years, my dad has definitely changed his body, his mind, his soul, everything with this weight loss journey. So tell him a little bit about that and what you had to do to kind of, change your life around.
Hmm. Well, it was January 2016. I kind of woke up and saw myself, and at that time I was 420 pounds, and it was affecting my health. It was definitely affecting my happiness, and I decided to make a change. So, a lot of people take weight loss pills and weight loss surgeries and things of that nature. And, again, being a person that always set goals and achieve goals, no differently than I, you know, try to teach my children, I says, hey, it works 100% all the way around. So set a goal, which I did, and then put a plan in place. And I basically cut my calories down to about 1,300 calories a day and started exercising. My goal was to get to an hour. And I started off with about 15 minutes, and I was winded in 15. Walking, by the way, was making me winded at that point because I was very large. But I just kept going from 15 minutes to 20 minutes to 30 minutes to 20, till I could walk an hour. And I stayed very strict on a 1,300 calorie a day regimen, which consisted of egg whites, omelets, and salads, and baked and chicken and baked fish and vegetables and fruit, essentially. And I started eating from 9 a.m. and I would try to eat every 2 hours and then stop eating at 7 p.m. regardless. I'd stop eating at 7 p.m. and in that space try to do 1,300 calories. And if I got hungry at 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock at night, I just go to bed. And of course drink a lot of water. You got to start to hydrate your body. But by doing that simple task, it really started my metabolism again. And it really is no magic to losing weight. Less calories, more exercise.
Yeah.
Discipline. Do it every day. And it wasn't reward myself with food. That's another thing people do very wrong is if you're trying to correct your eating habits, you don't reward yourself with food because for food you have to remove the fact that it's a reward, that it's just you eat for life, not you don't live to eat. So I just eat for nutritional values. But I would reward myself with do little different things, whether it be a new shirt, whether it be a new take a day off from the office and go to the beach, whatever. But find a way to reward yourself. And so here we are a little over 2 years later, and I'm down from 420 pounds. This morning I was 279 pounds.
Let's give a clap.
My ultimate goal is 255 pounds, which is the weight I was when I left college. So I'm 20 pounds away, 24 pounds away. I'm going to achieve that by the end of this summer. And I'm very excited about it.
Go off of that a little bit. What would your advice be to someone in my position, just graduating from college, heading into grad school, or maybe into their career already, who may be a little bit nervous or also may not know if that's exactly what they want to do? What would you say to them?
Well, someone exactly where you are, my first advice would be, and it's interesting because I thought of this morning, and we'll share it a little later today, I'd say start a savings program, but a long-term savings program, something that you're going to continue to build on into your 40s and 50s, and hopefully by that time in your life will be hundreds and even millions of dollars. I think, one of the keys to success, and as I study successful people, has always been to start with the end in mind. And that's a quote that, start with the end in mind. And what that means is, you're starting your career, but really you should do it with the end in mind. And the end should be financial independence. And the only way to achieve that is to save money all along the way. I think a lot of young adults and young professionals get their first jobs and they think of all the ways they can spend their money. And, they get into their 30s and they have children, and now they don't have a choice but to spend their money to raise their families. And then they get to 45 and 50 and realize all the money they've made, they spent. And one thing you can't get back is time. And when it comes to saving and investing money, time is everything. You don't have to have a lot of money if you save a little bit over a long period of time. So I'll never get my 20s back. You have them. So that would be my first advice, is to, start saving money immediately.
And I actually just started reading a book that my mom and my sister are reading. It's called Smart Women Finish Rich. Go check it out. I actually showed you guys.
There you are.
So yes.
And then from a career perspective, it's hard when you're young to know kind of exactly what you want to do with your life. I was in school. I was a math, computer science major, And, you know, I realized pretty fast I didn't want to sit in front of a computer my whole life. I'm very much a people person, as you may be able to tell. I like to talk a lot. You don't get to talk to computers, you just get to type in them. So, you know, I realized that that wasn't really my calling. And then, you know, I searched out, you know, something that got me excited, something, you know, and it really was finance. I got my investment license at about 22 years old and became an investment advisor to a lot of people a lot older than me. I was 22, 23. I was advising people that, you know, at 40, 45, even 50 about their finances. And, but I found that to be very gratifying and very satisfying and also pretty lucrative. So, you know, and I built my career around that. I've now spent, you know, almost 30 years in the financial advisory arena. Now I advise businesses how to grow their business and build finance. But you know, there's a saying that says, you know, if you love your work, you never work a day in your life. And there's a lot of truth to that. I mean, I've worked a lot, but it's been very satisfying and don't feel like work at all. So that was what I'd say is continue to find out who you are and what makes you excited to get up and makes you excited to do it on a daily basis and build a career around it.
Yeah, I can definitely comment on that just because just him coming home, never really complaining about work and just, you know, taking me to practice, taking me to go shoot, things like that. Definitely can tell that he has fun with it and, you know, it's just lifestyle. Along with the whole weight loss journey becomes a lifestyle. So, last question, you have to answer in 5 seconds. It's either one or the other in 5 seconds. Ready?
Yep.
Kobe or LeBron?
Kobe!
What?
I almost said LeBron. Kobe's
You did
my
almost
dude.
say LeBron.
Kobe, why? Because he stayed with one team his whole career. I love loyalty.
LeBron just built a school. Correct.
Give him props on that, no doubt. I love the kids. Props on that, but Kobe might build a country.
We'll get into that later. But that is all for you guys today. Once again, this is my father. Very proud of him. Extremely, extremely thankful to have him in my life. But yeah, so make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all of that, and keep watching. Keep supporting your girl. I'm going to continue to enjoy this California weather because it's beautiful and some time with my dad. So bye.
Bye-bye.
I believe that if I fly, probably end up somewhere in paradise.